Hello and welcome back to another episode of Boys Love Build Up. I was like, what are we even talking about today? We're talking about Build Up. We're talking about Build Up episode 5 specifically. I'm currently sick. I'm getting over being sick. I was not well yesterday.
Yeah. I'm just not adjusting well to the brisk weather changes that Chicago is going through right now.
Well, it's a Midwest classic.
It's 30, it's snowing.
It's 70,
it's sunny.
Who knows?
You never know what you're going to get.
It keeps you on your toes. It makes you feel alive. You know what I mean? Let's decide now. Are we talking about the performance we see in this episode? Because we do see the whole performance.
I think we should, unfortunately.
It's going to be annoying because...
But let's pick our 4 before that final.
Oh, we are doing that.
Yeah.
That's
Because
right.
there's an elimination.
Because there's an elimination.
We're down to 30.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
You're right.
You're absolutely right.
You're right.
Songwon and Taehwan versus Junhyuk and Yeowon from
Pentagon.
Patagonia.
Is that funny?
Is that funny?
So Sungwon and Taehwan, they are the smile twins. They just their whole package was that like they're just so smiley. They're always looking at each other. They're smiling. They're nice to each other.
They're very similar.
Taehwan specifically was very.
Oh, that's 1,000 gigawatt smile.
Yeah, and he had so much blush
This
on
is
this
Vanner,
episode.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had so much blush on this episode that I was like,
who won Pink Time? Pink Time, the name of my competition show
who won
coming up
Peak
soon.
Time? Yeah. They sing a song called "Play."
Yes.
They got an 87 the highest, 75 the lowest.
I thought the song was good. I thought their performance was good. I thought it was perfectly serviceable. I had a good time watching them. I was not moved in a particular way, but I don't think it's a song where it's intended to do that.
Yeah.
I liked the key change. I feel like songs just don't have key changes anymore.
No, it's a lost art.
I feel like Beyonce did
Love on Top. Because Love on Top is like the iconic way to key change in the song because it keeps going.
Because it does it 4 times.
Because it never stops.
Yeah.
No, I think Kwang makes a joke here at the end because Taehwan kind of like at the button of the song, they both look at each other and he is just like the brightest smile. And
It's
Kwang
so
was like,
cute.
was that strategy to try and win us over because the song was just like fine?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think it was bad.
I don't think it was bad,
but there was no magic to it.
Yeah, so this felt a little bit safe, I would say.
It felt like good.
Yeah.
It felt good, but not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
which I think
during
is
this,
reflective in the story.
I did think that Taehwan was the better one.
I did too.
But
did too.
his voice was just like.
Yeah, he's a very capable singer.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
It was very nice to discover him, and now I know who he is.
It's
very exciting.
Yeah. It's very sad that we're talking about him in the past tense because he basically got that one storyline, right? That like he had won a previous survival show before, but now he wants to come back because he wants to keep singing.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. He never catches on as another. There's no other storyline that.
Well, the show isn't really interested in storylines. I mean,
it is, but
into some regard.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like we're following them in the same way like an Idol survival show happens. You know what I mean?
I feel like the characters that we're following now is because they've been ranked they've been doing really well. So the show is naturally following them. But I feel like everyone at least gets kind of a fair shot of like what narrative they get, or like a little bit behind what
I would
makes
say
them.
the production feels very fair to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the editing. This is always the complaint.
Yes.
But like there is specifically something that happens in this episode where it is so shocking that I don't
agree.
Yeah.
So they go up against Junhyuk and Yeowon. They sing Bora's song.
They sing Bora's song. Bora's
Kim
audition.
Kim Bora.
Bora. Iconic.
The C. My C.
My C.
What
did you think?
So they got 91 to 75.
Yeah.
The bridge to the end felt really messy to me. It felt a little too overindulgent. It didn't kind of mix well with the original song. I could tell they did some sort of different, like they experimented with the production a little bit, I could tell.
Yeah.
But I was like, it doesn't really fit. And then all of a sudden going like really like low at the end. I don't know. It just felt very overindulgent for me. And that was kind of like what the judges were saying too. It felt very inconsistent.
Yes. So I feel like we watched Bora's performance last year, and it's such a strong performance of the song, even though I mean, you want to talk about overindulgence. Like, that is an overindulgent performance. But that's kind of what it... Like, Bora is
it's
like...
It's a melodramatic song.
Bora should be... Like, we should go back in time to, like, the VH1 Divas concert episode, and she would be one of the divas. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Like,
Mnet presents Divas.
That's what I'm saying.
Divas Live.
That's what I'm saying.
And Kim Bora is on there.
Correct. But it's iconic for that reason.
Yeah.
Like, you want that energy from Bora.
Especially in an audition.
I just don't know. I feel like halfway through all these duets, as we watched them over the course of the 3 episodes.
This batch specifically.
Especially this batch. I just felt like I was like, duets aren't great. It's hard. They're very challenging.
Yeah.
To make it not seem like one is the main, like to feel equal, but still feel like
complementary.
Yes, like it's still a performance together.
They're feeding off of one another.
But it's not just like, oh, now we're just passing back and forth.
Pass the baton.
Yeah.
I felt like all of these songs
difficult.
here felt very pass the baton.
Yes. And not in like a good way.
Not in like a volleying way where you're tossing the energy, you know. They're not zip
there was only one performance, and it was not fully included, where I felt like they were having fun together. I just don't think it's what they wanted to see more than anything else, but we'll get to that. This, I felt like it's such a big song, but I don't think they filled the space.
That's it.
Like, I just felt like they got lost for some reason.
It felt like they weren't going big and bold with it. When the song feels big and bold.
It feels like a huge, emotive, epic song. And it felt like they were like performing it well. To be clear, it's performed very well.
Yeah.
Like, they're very... Yeah. They have lovely tones.
Yes.
I really like Yoan as a singer.
The big story here was that Yoan, obviously, in the previous performance, Eunkwang was like, I couldn't feel that you felt the emotion.
Yeah.
You weren't digging into the emotion.
Yeah.
And I could tell here, especially in the beginning of the song, it's very well emoted. He is like really...
I mean, they both had negative critiques, I think, in their last performance.
Yes.
And they both clearly took
worked
those
on what...
critiques specifically and like adjusted their performances to reflect that.
Yeah, because Junhyuk's whole thing was like not blending. He took off his monitors. Like, it was too powerful. So like... when it's just the two of you, you have to kind of work on that.
Yes, he was like, let me hold the mic.
It's the farthest away.
Do you know in Sister Act 2 when Lauryn Hill goes, joyful, joyful, we
adore thee, God of glory, Lord of life, high time for like flowers right before thee.
I remember as a child being like, I could not understand what she was doing. And my mom had to be like, it's so she can,
because she's controlling. They start crying at the end.
They did start crying.
Because they are told that, like, even though you still have stuff to work on from this performance, you clearly worked on what we told you last time.
Yes, I thought that was very sweet. The other thing I wanted to say about this song, though, was like, because Bora didn't do the whole song. She did like a cut of the song.
She did the like beginning and then the bridge to the end, basically.
And I don't know if it was like this version of the song that they did. There was a lot of like sudden atmospheric changes.
Yeah.
It
felt inconsistent.
It did not build to a crescendo and then level off. It was like, ha.
We need to listen to this full track, I think, to really get it.
Yeah, I understand. I should have, like, because in Boys Planet and I feel like in a lot of the shows we've done, I've been very good about...
Let's watch the original before
Let's watch the original. But usually it's because I want to see, like, it's like an idol song.
Yes.
So I want to see,
For
like,
these ones, a lot of them are just OSTs, so you just have to listen. So.
Right.
Score, Adam. is 578 to 579. Yeowon and Junhyuk beat them by 1 point. And that 1 point, knowing that 1 point made the difference to both Seokhwa and Taewon getting eliminated. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know if I agree. I don't think either of them were like incredible performances moved me.
Yeah, I think I would have been happy either way. I
think I would have rather had Seokhwa and Taehwan be in the competition longer.
I think so too. I do think if Seokhwa and Taehwan made it, I think they would have saved Yeowon. Maybe Junhyuk.
You mean
I think they would have not eliminated.
I don't
But
know. It's tough. It's tough. Next is Haram and Inhyuk
versus Jui and Uibin. And so Jui, the maknae, like the show's maknae,
yes,
who loves Inhyuk. He chose Inhyuk to be in his team, the previous one, whatever. The whole story this time was that Jui went to Inhyuk and was like, do you like rock? Do you want to sing rock?
Yeah.
And he was like, no.
I'm okay.
It's
funny though, because I don't think the song they end up doing is very rocky.
It's not very, no. It's dabbling.
It's
dabbling in
I would
it.
not, yeah.
But the whole thing is that Jui then challenges Inhyuk and Haram's team and basically says, if I can't have you, I'd rather destroy you.
Yeah.
And that really bites him in the ass.
That does really bite him in the ass. It's true. Haram and Inhyuk go first. They perform a song called To My Youth. And this is so good.
Yeah. So this one, they sing To My Youth. I made a note that Haram's voice, there is something in the way when he reaches.
Touch my hand. Thank you.
When he reaches, his like reaching into the next note or reaching there.
His voice is magical. It's so
There
good.
is something that like the emotions are being transcended through the voice as opposed to like performing emotions. You know what I mean?
Correct. It was so good.
It's so good.
He's so good. I didn't do this for every duet, but for when it was like one person really stood out to me, I would underline their name and I underline Haram.
I said that this song had the best version of how to emotionally release in a performance.
I wrote emotional levels. Zoom in. Emotional levels.
I was like, this is the song that does it perfectly of like containing, but then giving enough to make the audience feel it.
100%. This is when Seokhwa had a very strong reaction to this song.
Because the song is called To My Youth, and it's about regret and hard times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know these balladeers are not going to make the final four. I know it. And
But we don't. That's the thing is I don't know how they're going to decide who's in this group. Is it going to be like two of them are chosen from audience vote and two of them are chosen from judges?
That's true.
I don't know.
But like if there is a world where there are no idols, like if Build Up was just people who have not been in groups. No one would
be watching our recaps.
No one would be watching us except us. But I would love for a Build Up to have like Haram. And honestly, Julie and Inhyuk, like they were, I don't know, there's something.
There's so many good people in the show. It feels insane. It's so funny too because like basically Boys Planet was 99 people going down to 9. It's 10% of the number. This is 40 going down to 4. It's the exact same ratio.
Process, yeah.
But Boys Planet,
the talent was a bigger.
There was a breadth.
Yes, the margin was wider.
Correct.
Here, it's literally picking.
This is already like the top 10% of people.
Yes,
it feels
we are
like
plucking hairs from our chinny chins.
Right. We're not getting any of these like bad auditions. Like everything that's been like,
no one's here that's like, I'm primarily an actor, but I wanted to try this.
Right.
Out.
No one's a Red House Blue House.
No one's a Red House Blue House.
Right.
And no shade to the suburbs because we love them. Okay.
Oh,
true beloveds.
Right. True
true.
We watched a web
Mingyu
series. Was like the
series.
first person that we followed post Boys Planet officially. That wasn't ZB1.
Yeah. Because Mama got booked right away, honey.
And
on
should.
period. And should.
Yes. I loved this song. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was great.
I know
It wasn't my favorite performance of all the duets, but it was definitely my favorite performance of this episode.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. And honestly...
Well, it was my favorite performance of this episode of this round.
Show, man. Mnet.
show.
Figure out how to edit. Okay.
That's the one thing. I don't mind that they do cliffhangers. Like, I don't mind that it's been like over the course of the 3 episodes, blah, blah, blah. The only thing is, like, when I wish we would go from round to round, that would be a clean break.
Yes.
Because, like,
it has to have
for our
closure.
purposes of recapping it, I'm like, well, if you liked, you know what I mean? Like, now we have to technically start talking about round 3, even though, like, it should be.
These shows need to have, like, our show is the post show talking of, we're the Talking Dead, we're the Trader
No
Sports
one
Mortem.
even knows that reference. That was 10 years ago that show was on, by the way. Yeah, it would be cool to hear their thoughts and like get to know them a little bit more. They're not trying to build a group in the same like that is what is so different about the show.
Yeah.
They're not going to show us any variety content. They're not going to show us backstage mess. They're not going to show us any of the like
because
really them even like practicing or anything like that.
They're all working musicians. They're working professionals right now.
And they're building a group that's not going to be an idol group. So
it's not their main group or their main thing.
And idol culture is like every aspect of your life is like part of
it's content.
It's the package.
Yeah.
This is like it's gonna be a group and they release a CD and then they do a couple OSTs and then they release another CD.
They might do a concert. They might do an in-concert
They
situation.
might go on like who's the guy who did the thing with Zhang Hao?
Mm-hmm. Lee Mujin.
Yes. They might do that or like it's not gonna be like they do K-pop Olympic. Like, they're not going to do, like, this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why I do think for round 3, it's smart to bring that guy from 2 a.m.
Yeah. Because it's like...
kind of what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, it's like, we're a ballad group.
Yeah.
They go up against Jui and Uibin. And they sing a song called... Moon. And Jui's whole thing was like, I want to beat him, blah, 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 because, it's just like a fun gag. Like, wouldn't it be fun if I try to beat, like, my idol?
It's funny, but, like all of these, none of this has mattered in any way whatsoever.
No, they're just trying to kind of, like...
in a way where...
fan a little flame to something.
Post round 2, they probably could have just not shown any of the, like, beforehand stuff. Yeah. Maybe just showed who they picked and why, and then move straight into the performance because of the time crunch. Now we have lost people along the way, and it's a little annoying for that reason.
So Jui was trying to find someone that would who would want to sing rock, and so that's who he found. He found Uibin.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this performance, Adam?
I did think it was good.
I did think so too, and it really did feel like. So Jui at the end, he has the button, and because he is so overwhelmed in the emotion,
my poor baby,
he just starts crying and he doesn't finish the song. He doesn't finish the button. The judges are kind of like, "Oh no, what a shame." Uibin goes up to him and is like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay." Have you ever performed? Has that ever happened to you before?
Have you ever loved somebody in the shower, honey? You believe I've cried in the shower singing a song.
Oh, Seokhwa makes a very good point
Not to be confused with Seonghwan.
Not to be confused with Seonghwan, or not to be confused with Eungkwang.
Yes, correct.
He makes a very good point here to Jui, who they all kind of say, like, you are the mangne. So, like... They definitely
gave him a little bit of a pass because he's so young.
He's so young, and it's like, this is probably... But Seokhwan was very much like, that's you can do that in the practice room, but when in performance, you cannot do that. Because
it is more effective to like feel like you want to be so close that you feel like you could cry, but you don't actually.
You don't actually. Do you know the first time I learned that was during acting 1.
Oh.
when
I
our
cannot believe you're about to tell this.
our professor put Adam and I in a scene from Angels in America.
She said, "Can we get the two Fs together to do the Angels in America AIDS reveal scene?"
Yeah. And I remember...
And honestly, we ate.
we ate. Adam was playing Pryor. I was playing Lois.
Of course
Adam was playing Pryor. Typecast. And that was... I remember...
Although I don't know. I feel like I have Lewis's sense of it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
we're
doesn't
not
matter.
about to go
We're
into
not
an
about
Angels in Boys love Angels in America.
And we do.
And we do.
Perestroika, bitch.
Perestroika.
In the scene, I remember in the scene, I got very emotional because, like, in that scene, Lois finds out about Pryor's lesions and then decides basically like to leave, but doesn't say it. In the scene, he says it's okay. But he's already made the decision. It's called subtext. But the decision is already made that he wants to leave. And
he can't stick around for it.
Yes.
He's too cowardly. Say that.
So I do remember when we were rehearsing that scene in class that I was like getting very, very emotional about it.
And Anne said,
and Anne was basically was Sungkwan, and was like that. You have to get to the point. It's more compelling. Like we've said before, it's more compelling
so
of
much
you
more interesting.
Trying to not give into your emotions.
It's the same
it's
thing.
The human condition. Like that's what that's what you want to see.
It's the same thing as like you don't play drunk. A drunk person is trying to act like they are sober.
Yes.
A drunk person is never like like they're trying to be like, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying here to you?
Wow, this master class that we're giving for free. So unfortunately, they get a high of 90 and a low of 80, which is still very good.
And
but
I think if he hadn't cried,
I think if he hadn't cried, I think
would have been like
gotten
95.
Yeah, I think they would have probably maybe higher. I don't think they would have gotten 100 because I think it's like I don't think they want to give. I think there's still stuff that he can learn.
Yeah.
I think more stage presence for both of them. I noticed like.
Yes.
Kind of like with the Mangnes.
There is that high note, though, that he just, like, throws away. And it's...
I remember.
Chewie is so... to be that talented at that age is crazy.
I know.
And his little baby... He still has, like, baby fat.
He still has baby fat. I know.
It's very sweet.
And not the pants baby fat. Like, actual baby fat.
Yes.
Not Kamorley Simmons' 90s brand baby fat. Yeah. He wasn't wearing those. He was wearing like a slacks.
It's 10:18.
We gotta wrap it up. So Haram and Inhyuk beat Jui and Uibin 648 to 607.
I think that's right.
And that's right. And there is obviously regret with Jui.
There's regret.
He definitely has regrets, but I would much rather see someone be so emotionally invested in what they're doing.
Yes.
If I mean, I know that's just a skill you learn. But if I was on that panel, I'd be like, which is what Sungkwan says in the beginning. It's like, I appreciate that you are so emotional. You are so in the moment.
Totally. Now's the part of the program.
Oh my God. It's so annoying.
In which we have to talk about four performances that did not happen on the show. They like allude to them
and then give like a one line,
the scores and give one critique message and then move on.
Yeah.
So we actually did our homework.
Okay. We went to YouTube.
What?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. And we watched all these performances. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have no problem if on that first round, not first round, but like the audition stuff.
Yeah.
If those you want to like not show all of them, that's fine because like that's just like their prep to get on the show, basically.
Yeah.
It's not really, that's not what you're asking them to do for the show.
Here, I wish you just showed them the one line, them walking. Show the whole performance. Give one good, one bad, and then go to next. They could have still showed all of them.
They should have. It should have been 4, 4, and 3.
Yeah.
Episode 3 had 4 performances. Episode 4 had 4 performances. Episode 5 had 3 performances, and you can still go into.
And they could have sprinkled in the shorter cuts within those episodes. Do you know what I mean? Like if they were gonna have like, okay, there's not much going on in the story for this duet, this battle.
Do it.
Just make it super short.
Yeah. It's very inconsiderate. You are asking them to do this for your show.
Yes, and they work so hard.
And they work so hard for it. And then to be like, LOL, bye. And the crazy part is like
someone gets 100.
2 of these groups are going on to the next round.
Yeah.
So you would think like you want people to see the people that could. I mean, but this is why people start to be like, oh, it's clearly rigged. And like, I'm not even going to get into that conversation of whether anything is rigged or not.
Yeah.
But like, you don't help yourself by having these accusations thrown at you by like making it seem. It's just so stupid to me. And am I extra upset because Minuk and Hwani are
these are
in
our
2 of these performances? I know. I'm so annoyed.
Insong, our new beloved. Soham's boyfriend in the Bestie music video.
In the Bestie music video.
Okay. The first battle.
Hyukjin
and Insong.
Versus Inte and Minuk.
So Minuk, our beloved. Hyukjin and Insong perform a song called Still Love You. They get a high of 87 and a low of 65. So this one this was the one that I felt like it was so overwrought. Yeah. Kind of inconsistent. There was no like kind of through line that kept it together.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like they were just throwing a lot of different energies.
There was a lot happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Hyukjin had that high note, and so that was good. I do think Insong got lost in the song a bit.
This felt more like a song choice. I mean, like everything has had like kind of like a big thing that could cause like why they didn't do great. And this one felt like it was song choice more than anything.
Yeah.
They go up against Inte and Minuk, who do a ballad. They do Universe by EXO.
Yes.
And they get a 96 and a low and a low of 78. I thought Minuk was like a standout here.
I thought this one was pretty even. I think I'm so predisposed to like Minuk. I just he appears on my screen and there's something about him. I don't know what it is. He's a very talented singer. And also I think Inte is also very good. I was really impressed that they both had killing parts in the song. They both had chances to like go for a high note and really have the moment to shine for themselves.
Yes.
But it didn't feel like they were in competition with each other. It felt really team effort.
Yes.
It was like a very good...
This felt well thought out.
It was very like, it would hit all the points of the rubric.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think they still get a 96. So I think that's...
Oh, totally.
So I think they did achieve what they needed to achieve.
I don't know what the reason they got a 78 was.
I don't know.
Other than
maybe it was a little boring or like a little safe. That was the only thing that really stood out to me when watching.
Yeah, that was the only thing. But I was very impressed by this performance. I liked it a lot. So they get 589. The other group gets 543. So they're up for elimination.
They're up.
Final 2.
Let's talk about this final 2.
Hwani Wanji versus, and Hwani is from Attention. Hwanji is our army boy. Sunghyun and Taewoo.
Taewoo's the voice.
Taewoo's the voice. This is the voice. I'm doing your bits.
Thank you. He was my one pick in all of the.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all of the blind auditions.
Well, he's still here.
I think all of my boys are still here. It's very jazzy.
Okay, this is the other thing. So, Still Love You in Universe, when that was happening, I was like, I guess I can understand.
It was a ballad off.
It was a ballad off, and they've already had so many ballads. I was like, I guess I can understand if you're gonna like whatever.
Why they would like not show it.
When we got to this, I was like, you should show that. Well, first of all, there's 2 reasons you should show this battle. Yes. One because one is a jazzy song, so it's going to sound different from every other thing. It is the only
jazz song we've seen.
And then the other is because the other group gets 100.
Gets 100.
So I was like, what are you doing? Okay. But then I was like, oh, but then it would be even weirder to show only one only
Yes,
one
only
battle
one battle.
didn't. So
Yeah.
then it's, but then like fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
They get a high of 79 and a low of 69, which is the lowest high, I believe. And because they were going to go up against taewoo, who has that voice, that they felt inclined to like do something different.
Oh, go out of, yeah.
But then also I was thinking, Hwanji did the like New Jack Swing in blind audition.
Oh,
So maybe this was his idea.
Maybe he just likes jazz.
This is the first time I'm telling Mnet. Maybe
He's Ryan Reynolds in La La Land.
Maybe this is the first time I'm asking Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
You idiot.
I'm so sick. Oh my god, my brain fog.
This is the one time I'm asking Mnet maybe a little more. I would love to know what made them take such a big swing.
Big swing. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think the thing, going back to my thing about how it was cringe.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that seemed cringe about it was it feels that whole performance like they're like, we are easily winning this. And I do think there is a little bit of that to it where it's like
we're going to take the crazy way.
Impressed with themselves that they like chose this and they're going for it. And they are doing it well. Like, yeah. I think the critique from the episode that one line that they showed was like that they didn't understand the words. I don't speak Korean, so I cannot speak to that. And I am curious if it is originally a jazz song or if they made it a jazz jazzy cover. There's something about like when they were doing, they're like, it had the worst aspect of like a cappella culture attached to it that I was like, oh no.
They go up against Sanghyun and taewoo. Taewoo is the voice, Curtis. Okay.
Taewoo's the voice, yes.
He was one of my original guys.
Yes.
My original
Taewoo
picks.
is, what would you even, it's raw in like Gwangsok.
In like Gwangsok, but he's like a music, like he's a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like this sound.
Yes.
So I'm gonna like use it.
Yeah.
It's
crazy to me that this...
Maybe he's more Jason... No.
I can't believe that they were like, this is one of the two that we're not going to show.
Because this has so much story.
He has so much story. He has a super interesting voice that people want to listen to.
He looks like that.
Can I say one last thing about Hwani? Mm-hmm. I did not like his hair in that performance.
You're not a fan of the like stringy bang on him.
Yes, I don't know what I did not like it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
and
no,
that's a fresh dye too. That is fresh.
Oh yeah, it was like he had just walked out, and I needed a little bit of like you needed to shampoo it a few times. Yeah.
They sing a song called Downpour, which we had to look up because there was no English name there's no English translation. They want us to work to watch the show. They want
us to prove our commitment.
This is what I pictured what Song Jong pictured when he picked Gwansok. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, 100%.
Where it's like, let me pick a signature voice.
Oh my god.
But then let me compliment with you. But I will say Taewoo's voice, it blends more in
totally,
in like
totally
when he sings, because he was in Beautiful Life.
Yep.
And it sounded like just enough uniqueness to flavor it.
Yes.
Not like a Gwangsok.
He's a seasoning.
Mm-hmm. He's slap your mama's ass seasoning or whatever.
Crazy Freddy slap your mama on the mouth seasoning or whatever. What the fuck? Oh my god.
I did like the song, and I would have liked to learn the story about how
100%.
How Taewoo was picked, because he is so unique.
I was a little shocked they gave it 100.
Yeah, it didn't. There were moments that I was like, "Oh, I could see," but it was not
because
like
there were
throughout.
only Bain, Jay, Wumuti, and then
just today.
today, what was that song called? To My Youth.
Yeah.
Haram.
Yeah.
And all those, I was like, oh, that.
Yeah.
This was the only one where I was like,
I didn't feel like a
oh.
major swell. There was, I think, a big moment with Sanghyun, but it didn't feel like there was a big moment that was like, "Ooh, that's why it's 100."
It
just felt really. That's why I would have loved to see what the judges said.
I know. It's so
what
annoying.
connected with them.
Yes.
So here's what happens next. This is how they get eliminated. Out of the 20 people that are up for elimination, the judges pick 10 that they want to save. And these are the 10 that they save.
Here's the 10 that they save.
Jay in a heartbeat.
Jay immediately. Jay is the first one. Because
Jay.
Of course.
Of course. Jay, CIX Donghun, Neon, Bitseon, Gwang-sok. And when they were picking Gwang-sok, they were like, this is someone who made a mistake and we want to give a second chance. And they showed
Seokhwa.
From Wee Eye. We're learning.
We're growing, we're constantly changing.
Gwang-sok and Jui are like the three main mistakes.
We're the three big, like, whoopsie.
Yeah. And then Jui got saved next.
Yep.
Seokhwa, Sunyol.
Yes, from
Attention. Donghun.
From Ace.
And then Jung.
From
AB6. And that is a 10. So no more taehwan.
The only thing that was
in-song.
interesting was with Jung, they were like, the audience will like him.
They saved Jung from the end, but in the teaser for this episode, they show Jung being picked in the next portion. So like, as soon as I saw that it was going to come down to the 10th spot and Jung still hadn't been picked, I was like, oh, then it's Jung.
Then it's Jung, yeah. Anybody you're sad we're losing?
Taehwan.
In-sung.
Hwani.
I am really glad that I got to this show to be like, oh, that's what Wani's voice really sounds like.
Yes. He just launched a YouTube.
He's such a great singer.
Yeah.
So it totally makes sense why he was on the show.
Yeah. Taehwan probably is one of my big ones. Because I would have actually... The thing that's tough is that like the donghun storyline could have easily been in-sung from K&K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of these other people could have... Taewon could have... There could have easily been these storylines that could have followed up for these people. So let's pick our 4.
Oh, let's pick our 4. Okay. You go first.
I have decided my one pick for the entire show.
Okay.
Jeup.
Whoa. Wow.
The voice.
The face.
The shoulders.
The height.
Literally the shoulders. He lifted Miss Girl Up on his shoulders. This voice is insane. And the fact that it gets... Even before we get to their next round's performance, it's unfair because, you know, I found his Instagram and he keeps singing on Instagram. So he is constantly reminding people, like, I look like this and I sound like this. Okay, so Jeup. Jay. I'm very curious what the next round will sound like. Because they take a big swing.
You're convinced it's trot.
Or like old school, something old.
Yeah. I don't think it's trot.
But we'll see.
Maybe.
Jay.
Okay.
Wumuti. Hyun.
Okay.
That feels balanced to me.
Yeah, I think so. 3 of them are about to perform together. See if that
that's true. So I'll find out.
Yeah.
And I do think Jeup has such a powerful vocal, but he still is a very good musician.
Yes. 100%.
He can still listen very well.
100%.
So that's why I'm like, I think genuinely he is a a great pick to put in a quartet.
I believe that's true. Like, I'm not gonna pick Gwangsuk because I don't know if it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would love to listen to Gwangsuk at like a
'Cause I do
cabaret,
think
in the middle
people
of the night.
need to figure. I think this show really makes you think. Like, you have to, and they've said it multiple times in the judges. You have to pick people that you think can listen and work well together.
Right. That's
Not just because everyone has a great voice. Everyone has a great voice. All 40 of these people have great voices.
Yep. Okay.
It's okay if you don't pick Jay right now. That's okay. I know we have a lot of Jay Chang fans. We are huge Jay Chang fans.
I'm such a huge Jay Chang fan. I'm such a huge Jay Chang fan. Okay.
But I do think, like, if you think that a quartet, not even talking about people's ability or want to do this, because obviously I think Jay is capable and wants to do this. But if I don't end up picking Jay because I want a different stack of voices, that is okay. It does not discredit Jay Chang's talent because I still bought his fucking albums.
Yeah.
And I'm still standing him. So I just want everyone to calm down in the comments now, okay?
Okay. So my one pick is Hyun because it's a sisterhood.
It's a sisterhood of a traveling voice.
Of the traveling microphone.
Yeah.
So Hyun, donghun, who I just am like so impressed by.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick. I forgot we were doing this, so I didn't have all 4 picks. I'm gonna pick Haram.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I know.
It was so good.
It's so good.
And I think no one is thinking about it or talking about it enough.
And I'm gonna pick one more.
You're either gonna pick. These are my guesses who I think you're gonna pick. You're either gonna pick Minso or Jui or Minuk.
I'm picking Jung Soomin. I feel like that's 4.
Yeah, still 4
that can still like work together.
Yeah,
they still can create a cohesive sound, I think.
I need to hear Soomin's voice in like a traditional 4 stacked, because Ditto was so weird.
Yeah, he's done 2 songs that are pretty in his lane.
Yes, so I want to see I want to see it
I'm curious
play out in a different way.
What song they're gonna pick?
I'm so happy you picked Haram. I probably would have also picked Haram.
He's so good.
I probably would have, honestly, I would have picked Haram over Wumuti just because
it feels crazy picking 4 for the show.
Yeah.
And especially because the show is just like The Voice, really, at the end of the day.
But you're building a group.
I know.
You're building 4 voices.
I know.
Like, Bitseon has an amazing fucking voice. We hear it.
I know.
But the challenge is you want to build a group to make a specific sound.
I know. I'm kind of going to be eating whoever ends up in this group.
Whoever. I'm happy no matter what.
Yeah.
Truly. Some people should try that sometime. There's a lot. So the last challenge is that the pairs that are tops will pick one person to recruit from the people that were saved from elimination.
Yeah.
And then based on score order, they pick the battle.
Right.
Because the battle is sudden death. They are picking one trio to win and one trio to all be eliminated.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So we're going to go from 30 to 15.
Yeah.
Let's talk about rap in this show. I think I have to eat my
I think you do.
my shoe.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Eat my
1, 2,
hat?
eat my shoe.
Is it eat my
my
hat?
words.
Eat
crow.
I need to eat crow. I need to eat my words. Previously on this recap program, I had expressed that we should not be rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much still stand by that, I will say. However, this performance that we get at the end of this episode, which is Prayer, I'll Be Your Man.
Mm-hmm. By B2B.
By B2B.
So Miss Girl is right there.
Kwang is right
and
there.
And he's like, I don't know.
It's tough.
It's tough.
If you are going to rap, Mama, this is the this is the level. This is the level
where it's like it's still showing off like the prowess of how hard it is to do it.
Yes.
And the song does it really well because the song has the rap and the vocals happening at the same time. So that's
the flow is crazy. The flow is crazy.
Someone literally was like,
I don't know how.
Let me call Miss BX. Let me call every rapper in my pocketbook,
right.
bitch.
And like you were saying, they're singing like harmonies over it. So you're still getting vocals the whole song pretty much.
Yeah.
This performance.
I literally wrote mouths agape because that's everyone from here, people watching, backstage, the panelists, like everyone.
It is the first performance that has felt. Oh, I guess maybe that's not true. Maybe it's hard. For me, I was like, this is the concert experience.
Yes.
Like it really did feel like a concert experience.
This is what we would get this is what we would get with this group.
Yes. Yes.
This could be what their shows would be like.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was extremely impressive.
Uh-huh.
In a way that I was kind of surprised by because jeup and seokhwa. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeup and seokhwa
have already performed before.
added seokhwa from CIX.
Yes.
And I was like, there were a couple of the picks when they like paired up that I was like, I'm curious. This
Wumuti and Hayu and Pick J immediately, obviously.
This one I was surprised by, but then I thought about it more and I was like, jeup and seokhwa, I feel like, are such strong featured vocalists that it's smart to get Sunghoon,
an all-rounder.
who is like yes, truly. So it can like balance.
Yes.
Not everybody needs to be
so power focused.
Yes.
Because Sunghoon does have like power and range, but it's definitely fitted more to like pop vocals that it
100%.
feels it feels refreshing to hear. It's like a respite to the ears.
Yes.
Because these two are belting their faces.
They're screaming. Yeah. I mean, this is incredible.
It's like it's that same feeling when Kim Seok-jin rolled in that giant horse or whatever the fuck that was.
Oh, yeah. From like Mama 2018.
Sure,
2017,
yes. It's that same. It's Dionysus. There's
it's so massive.
It's so massive and grand.
One of my critiques
and
was
just
that
3 people doing it.
Yes. With one of my critiques from this episode was that one of the performances, I was like, you did not fill the stage at all. This is like their energy was like pushing out of the studio.
Yeah.
Like it was like they couldn't be contained. It was incredible. Yeah. I was so impressed.
I genuinely think like this.
Because Mama, I don't know this B2B song, girl. I don't know anything about B2B.
But you know what's funny? It's
B2B
like,
could be walking down the street and I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to B2B.
B2B has Buff Subin. That's how you know B2B.
Oh.
So I'm curious to see how the rest of the trio's death matches will go, because this was such a crazy start, which is funny because jeup and seokhwa started the second round too.
Oh, they did.
Sherlock.
That's true. jeup, I think, has been very intelligently picking the songs for the rounds.
They've the
all
one
been different.
Every time they pan to like people watching, he is the one that is always very studious when he's reacting.
Yes.
Because everyone's like kiki and kakai, and he's always like, Because sometimes I was like, did he like Dangerously and Falling? Because he's so like studying what makes this
What's
good.
working.
What's working.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It fucking eats.
They didn't even do critiques, right? They just went straight into the
They were just like,
end.
this is fucking great. How Yeah, they don't even talk to them, really.
Yeah. I had full body chills.
Yeah.
They're probably going to play the... You know what's annoying is they're probably going to play the performance again at the beginning of the next episode.
And when they do the teaser for the next episode, it looks like jeup is like super heartbroken to make us think that they lost because they're going up against like Bain Minsa and taehwan. But I feel like that's going to be... I feel like that's editing.
It's riggery.
I think it's riggery. I think they actually won, and he's just he's just emotionally reacting to the fact that the other three are now eliminated.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to... These, like, when we figure out who's going on each round, it's going to really suck. Because basically every group has someone I like in it now.
Yes. There's a beloved in every trio.
Yeah. It's not good. Will we get all 10 performances? All 20. Wait. No, yeah. Wait. 5. Wait.
30 divided by...
Oh my God.
3 is 10. There are 10 performances.
So there's 5 rounds.
5 rounds, 10 performances.
Jesus Christ. Hello.
Yeah.
I feel like we get probably 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We better. I swear to God.
I swear to God.
Mnet, when I catch you, Mnet.
I will never forgive you, Mnet.
I will never forgive you, Mnet. Sung Mnet.
I will never forgive you, Sung Mnet.